Hey everybody, it's Andrew here from Media Award. This is a video sponsored to Chrisjwebb1's 1000 sub contest. He's giving away some pretty awesome steelbooks, including Safe House and John Rambo, which is awesome, mate. Look, with some really great prizes. As far as I can tell, he's doing this kind of late contest. He said in the video that he did at 1000 subs ages back, but only got around to doing the contest now. So fair play, okay. So I'm going to call it a 1000 sub contest just for the sake of the video, kind of thing. Really nice guy. I've commented on a couple of his videos. Yeah, he's a generally nice guy all around. He does mainly steelbook videos. It's a pretty awesome collection, and you know, steelbook seems to be the way to go these days. A lot of people are doing them. Good friend Terry's a steelbook collector as well, so it's pretty awesome all around. And he has asked a question. One question, quite simple. What is one of your favourite guilty pleasure movies that you own in your collection? Now, I had a good look through my collection, and I had a good thing because I own quite a few guilty pleasures, something that I really enjoy watching. And the one that hit out to me the most, which is one that I get probably hassled the most for having in my collection, which I don't really understand why, because I think it's a pretty good movie in all fairness. Sure, it is a guilty pleasure movie of mine, but in all fairness, it's well made, it's well done, so, you know, I'm not ashamed to have it in the slightest. And you probably wonder what film is it. It is Freddy vs. Jason. Yes, right. Yeah, this is a guilty pleasure movie of mine. To be honest, I think it's a good movie. It's just done really, really well. I have no regrets at all having this in my collection. I get hassled all the time saying, why you got this movie in your collection? You know, you have no taste. It's like, what? It's like, it's done really well. I really enjoyed this movie. Surprisingly, I enjoyed this movie. When I first got on to watching it, which was on DVD, obviously not at the cinemas time, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I watched it and I fully enjoyed it. I loved it. I thought, wow, this is great. A little backstory about this movie. This film was a build-up for over 10 years. It took 10 years to get the script right, 10 years to get the process, the ideas of like getting both of these big iconic slasher villains, you know, on screen. And you know, they had a lot of trouble doing it because, again, you know, about storyline, like casting and picking a director and a writer that would, you know, treat both, you know, icons, you know, fairly, you know. So there's, I think I read a storyline and in the extras also that they had an original director in mind, but he wanted Freddy to win. He would not do it unless Freddy won, and like, it's like, you don't want that kind of biased opinion, otherwise you're gonna treat Freddy as the hero and Jason's just gonna be the shit person. It's not gonna be fair. It's not gonna balance these characters right. And for most movies that I've watched, you've got to balance two characters, like the Avengers, for instance. Avengers got to balance all these massive characters and villains and stuff into one movie, and you got to do it in such a beautiful way, otherwise it's just going to fail and crumble and, you know, flatten down. For this movie, I think it was done really, really well. This took 10 years to make, like I said, and the script work, I think, was absolutely fantastic. I think the actual storyline overall is fantastic. It works as a solo movie, and it works really well with the Freddy movies and the Friday the 13th movies also. There's a lot of references, a lot of tie-ins, and it's just done beautifully well. Freddy's character, that kind of went back to the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie, a bit more creepy, suspenseful stuff, but also have a bit of comic, you know, with the worm and all that. He still got his charm there. Jason's character, he's still the same as ever. You know, he's revenge type thing. He's going after people, and I like the idea of it. Like, I loved the opening of the movie, like the montage set with Freddy's talking about the bones of hell and his past victims and all that, and it's just done really well. And I like the idea that he is, you know, we're terrorized, you know, Elm Street for so long that basically all the adults know of him and they find a way to stop him. They've burned all the evidence. They got rid of people, you know, people that knew about him, put him in the psychiatric, put him on drugs, and basically bury him so no one would fear him and he wouldn't, you know, rise again, kind of thing. And you know, he found a way to kind of bring fear back into the people by resurrecting Jason, targeted him at Elm Street, you know, creating fear. Everyone thinks it's Freddy, which is generally quite clever. And you know, he's slowly building up his power because he's spreading the name again. And I like the idea of that. It's just generally quite clever in all fairness. You wouldn't you, kind of thing. And it's just done really, really well. And Jason start ruining his fun, to be honest. he almost had his first victim, and Jason's just killing off every teen left, right, and centre. And he's like, damn it, I gotta stop this person. He's ruining my fun. And I like the idea of it. It goes from there. I thought the acting was really, really well, considering they're American teens, kind of stereotypes, smoking, drugs, whatever, sex. Actually pretty likable characters, The ones I didn't like got killed off quite quickly, so, I wasn't really complaining. I like the deaths. They're creative, imaginative, interesting. And best of all, an 18 certificate. No 12A bullshit. That's one thing I like. They didn't, settle or say, okay, we'll do it for a younger audience. They could have copped out with 15 easily if they wanted to, but no, they said no. We're going to say for 18s. It's going to be for true horror fans, and if like my generation, people want to watch it, they'll go to the cinemas or they'll sneak in or whatever.
The prime time, bitch.
Unfortunately, I watch 18s ever since I was like 9 years old, so it doesn't really bother me in the slightest. Yeah, fantastic movie. I actually really like it. It's not like the best movie ever kind of thing, but considering the idea and the storyline wise, I think it's just really well done. It's definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. I enjoy watching it from time to time. It's just really fun and really great to watch. Extras are really fantastic also. I love watching extra documentaries and stuff. So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure movie, and I'm proud to have it in my collection, regardless of what people say. Even though I still get criticised for it. So yeah, so yeah, that's one of my favourites I have in my collection, and that's watching. And that is the video response also. I hope the video wasn't too long for you, and I've been watching a few of people's entries, and they've been quite interesting to see. And watch and kind of learn. So good stuff, eh? For most subscribers, I'm going to put a link in the description below, as always. Go and check out his channel, go and check out the competition if you think about entering. If you think about entering, his contest closes tomorrow on the 5th. So get your entry in quickly. He's going to be announcing it on the 6th, on this Friday. So, do it quickly if you're thinking about entering. So yeah, this has been Andrew from Media with Fun Game TV. Signing out.